Welcome to Backroom Breakdown with Lauren, your analysis of local, state, and federal politics. This is DITV's weekly politics segment where I'll discuss important political events impacting Iowa City. I'm your host, Lauren Johnson, and I'm joined by Backroom Breakdown's next host, Mo DeSico.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm glad to be here.
We're here today to discuss the primary elections happening in Iowa on June 7th. Voting in a primary election is useful because it allows members of a political party to ensure that the candidate representing them in the general election is representative of their beliefs. Mo, what is the function of the primaries in Iowa?
This primary election will decide candidates for the U.S. Senate race and U.S. House races, and Iowa's gubernatorial race has only one candidate per party, so the primary election will not determine who's on the ballot in November. Additionally, Representatives Marionette Miller Meeks, who currently represents Iowa City's district, has only one Democratic challenger, Christina Bohannon. So the race will remain the same in November. Lauren, who was one of the candidates going in for incumbent Chuck Grassley's Senate seat?
Well, first we'll go over the Democratic candidates. Abby Finkenauer was one of Iowa's representatives in the U.S. House, and she was the youngest candidate to flip a U.S. House seat from Republican to Democrat. According to her website, her goals in this campaign include bringing, quote, true public service and hard work, end quote. Finkenauer also made headlines earlier this year for concerns about whether or not she had enough petition signatures to make the ballot in June. The Iowa Supreme Court ruled to let her appear on it. Now, let's go to Mo.
Another candidate is Glenn Hurst. He is currently serving on the Minden City Council. He also owns a private medical practice in the town. Hurst chairs the Iowa Democratic Party's rural caucuses. Glenn Hurst's main running points are that he wants to achieve Medicare for all, raise wages, and support labor unions in fighting collective bargaining limitation. Lauren, who's next?
The last Democratic candidate on the ballot is Admiral Mike Franken. Franken is a veteran of the U.S. Navy and ran for Senate in 2020, but lost the Democratic primary to Teresa Greenfield. His priorities in this race include making healthcare more affordable, making Iowa a leader in renewable energy and clean jobs, and taking on corporate special interests, as well as acting as an advocate for people with disabilities in the Senate. Mo, who is the last candidate throwing their hat in the ring?
Surprisingly, there is a Republican running against Grassley in this election. His name is Jim Carlin, and he is a senator. He is a 58-year-old trial lawyer. His main gripe with Grassley is how he voted on the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Bill Carlin leans conservatively on issues like abortion. He wants to protect free speech, our troops, and seniors. He also highlights religious freedom on his website. Now, to wrap up the show, I want to thank my predecessor and mentor. I truly appreciate everything that you have taught me and for pushing me to be a better reporter. I also want to thank DITV director Elizabeth Neruda, who has made DITV an incredible experience this year. The studio would be nothing without you, and I am so proud that I worked with you this school year. And to all the seniors graduating, thank you for paving the way for the next class of reporters who shine brighter and do better because of you.
And thank you for tuning into Backroom Breakdown. This is my last episode hosting, and it has been such an honor to get to create this segment. And I would also like to thank our director, Elizabeth Neruda, for allowing me to grow this into what it is now, and to Mo for the work that you've put in to continue Backroom Breakdown next year. And finally, thank you to the people who have tuned into Backroom Breakdown from the early stages. I'm looking forward to being a viewer myself next year.
Backroom Breakdown will be on hiatus this summer, but we'll be back in August with the latest political news affecting Iowa City, Iowa, and the USA. I'm Mo DeSico.
And I'm Lauren Johnson. Have a great day.